I'm Anthony Coombs,
And I'm Spencer Hill.
and today we are reporting from the state capitol.
Today we'll be covering important issues at Davis High, along with this controversial election cycle.
You show us everything you've got. You keep on dancing and the room gets hot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy.
Today is Wednesday, October 26th. In the news this week, the Fall Choir Concert is tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. in the auditorium.
The end of first term is this Friday, and because of teacher workday, we'll have Monday off.
The cheerleaders will be holding their Halloween dance this Saturday from 8 to 11 o'clock. Tickets are $10 at the door. Ask any cheerleaders for further information, as this dance will not be at Davis High School.
Hey guys, we just want to make a few quick announcements. First, we want to congratulate our girls soccer team for winning state on Friday for the third year in a row. Also, we want to congratulate the cross country team for finishing in second and third place in their state meet. Last week, football beat Layton by 1 point to win region, and they will be playing against Taylorsville this Friday at 4 o'clock at home in their first playoff game.
Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing.
Have a huge company.
And I always say I'm not having Oreos anymore, which is true.
Well, that hurts my feelings.
I love the poorly educated.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
After over a year of intense primaries, Donald Trump has become the Republican nominee out of a field of 17 highly qualified candidates. On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton pulled off a victory after a heated contest with Bernie Sanders. And Gary Johnson was chosen as the Libertarian Party's nominee.
My name is Carson Robb, and we are Trump supporters for this upcoming election.
Donald Trump graduated from Wharton School of Finance in 1968 with a degree in economics. He followed in his father's footsteps and went into real estate, eventually taking over his father's business. After a successful career, Trump became the lead role on the reality TV show, The Celebrity Apprentice. According to Forbes, Donald Trump is worth $4.5 billion today.
My top number one issue is abortion. He's the only candidate that is pro-life, and I support him for that reason, and I do not support in any way the death of unborn babies. And then second, I support the Second Amendment, and I believe that everyone should have a right to their guns, just as our founding fathers believed, and also job creation. Donald Trump is the only person to ever run for president that has been the head corporate manager of a multi-billion-dollar business, and if he can't get jobs, then no one else can, so we might as well try with him.
Donald Trump has built his campaign around strict immigration reform, including the building of a border wall and deportation of illegal immigrants, creating fair trade deals, including, quote, applying tariffs and duties to countries that cheat, end quote, and tax and health care reforms.
You have to make a choice of which is the worst of the two, you know. You have to, at some point, realize that one of them will be your commander-in-chief no matter what you do. So I think it's the time to look for the lesser of two evils. And to me, that person is Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton graduated from Yale Law School in 1973. She had a successful law career, and from 1994 to 2001 was the First Lady. From 2001 to 2009, she served as a U.S. Senator from New York. She led an unsuccessful bid for president in 2008 and was Secretary of State from 2009 to 2013 under the Obama administration.
I like her viewpoints on appointing judges to overturn the Citizens United ruling. I think that was one of the worst decisions the Supreme Court has ever made, and that I love how Bernie Sanders has pulled her left on that. And just that, honestly, it comes down to that her campaign actually has substance other than Trump's, which is more just hateful rhetoric and blank check statements.
Hillary Clinton's main issues this election are increase gun control, improve upon and expand Obamacare and general health care reform, $275 billion stimulus package for the economy, and raise the minimum wage to $12.
Gary Johnson, because right now he's the only candidate that's proposing that we shrink the size of government rather than grow it and let sort of the market figures everything out instead of the government.
Gary Johnson graduated from the University of New Mexico in 1975. In 1976, he founded a construction company that grew into a multi-million-dollar business. He was elected as governor of New Mexico in 1994 and served until 2003. He has since been a leader in the libertarian movement.
Number one, the size of government. Gary Johnson's proposing that we cut spending and cut all of these unnecessary departments that we have when it comes to the federal government. He's also a big proponent of states' rights, so sort of leaving everything up to the states instead of the federal government controlling what all the states want to do. And as a libertarian, his primary political value is liberty. So if you want to be able to do what you want with your life, if you want to be able to take your life in the direction that you want to, without government standing in the way, I think Gary Johnson's the only candidate that's really offering that right now.
Gary Johnson is for cutting down government spending, cutting taxes and simplifying the tax code, criminal justice reform, legalization of marijuana, and is for ending the war on drugs.
Regardless of who you're voting for this election season, always remember this quote from Abraham Lincoln. "If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. Don't be the finisher of America. Get out and vote."
I believe that the students of Davis High should care about this election because it's so fundamental, because he will be our president as we go into college and into other later things in life, that we should really focus on the issues where no matter if you do support our good friend Donald Trump or if you do support Hillary Clinton, that as long as we're educated voters and we make what decisions we feel is best, then we can become a better generation.
They're going to be your commander-in-chief, and they make huge executive decisions that can determine whether or not we're going to war or whether or not we're going to be using American lives or putting them in jeopardy. So you need to look at the person that has the best judgment in that.
Number one, why you should care about the election is because this is the future of your country. You're going to have to spend the rest of your life living in this country.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Spencer, reporting for DTV.
Since we recorded our political segment and interviewed the students, all three of them have revoked their support for their past candidate. They now support someone new, an independent from Utah named Evan McMillan. Evan McMillan received a bachelor's degree in international law and diplomacy from BYU in 2001. He then worked overseas for the CIA in counterterrorism and intelligence operations in the Middle East, North Africa, and South Asia. He later received a Master's of Business Administration degree from the Wharton School of Finance in 2011, working in investments for Goldman Sachs. In 2013, McMillan became a senior advisor on national security issues for the House Committee on Foreign Affairs and was the chief policy director for the House Republican Conference in 2015.
Evan McMillan puts a strong emphasis in his campaign on basic God-given rights, honoring the Constitution, and preserving federalism with states' rights. McMillan believes in securing our borders with common-sense measures, protecting the Second Amendment, and securing religious freedoms for businesses and individuals alike. He also believes in cutting government regulation on business and lowering taxes.
McMillan made national headlines when Y2 Analytics released a poll among likely voters in Utah, showing a tie between Trump and Clinton at 26%, with McMillan closing in at 22% and Johnson at 14%. Previously, Trump had been leading Utah by 17 points, but a recent poll by Emerson had McMillan ahead by 4. This surge in support has moved Utah from solid Republican to toss-up and even independent in many electoral maps. If you have any story ideas, contact Terry Hall at thall@dsdmail.net or visit us in room 2800.
Remember to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit our website at davishighnews.com. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Spencer,
reporting for DTV.